It's the first thing I wake up to. It's the last thing I see at night. It's riddled with bugs. It's pay to win. It's also easily my most played game last year. It's Invincible, guarding the globe. And this imperfect game has fundamentally changed how I think of gaming. You see, I was once like you, a hardcore play-everything gamer. I had the newest releases day one. I had dozens of hours to beat every boss, finish every quest, to unlock every achievement. But I'm 30 now, and things have changed. Playing games with friends changed from a nightly ritual to a special occasion. Deep, immersive worlds that I would explore until there was no stone left to turn now frighten me with their scale. The time I could never seem to fill has been crammed with responsibilities that come with growing up. But I still love video games. After all, my love of games has brought me friendship, accomplishment, and creative fulfillment. All because I picked up a controller. And even though I don't pick one up as often as I used to, I'm still not ready to put it down. That's why I make the videos I do, because all of these games I love, and I want to share those things I love with like-minded people. Which brings me to Invincible Guarding the Globe, a game that, despite its faults, I love. Despite the game being called Invincible Guarding the Globe, you don't actually play as invincible. Instead, you run your legion of superheroes. You're the GM. You're the general. You're the person making the call. And every decision you make has an impact. For example, there are 9 GTA ops with different time lengths and different rewards. At most, you can field 6. So you need to assess what ops to field and which heroes to field them, based on what you decide your team needs. Do you focus on the XP and make your heroes stronger? Focus on artifacts to level up your gear. Go for the shorter ops and get some quick cash. It's up to you. Every time you finish an op, you're getting stronger. You're getting more resources that you can use or save for later. But either way, the number is getting bigger. You're getting better. On top of that, you gotta do it with all the best characters from Invincible. From your GOATs like Omni-Man, Alan, and of course, to cameo characters like the spectacular Agent Spider. But they're all treated with respect. For example, Robot isn't a brawler. He supports the team by healing and stunning enemies, but you don't put him in the front lines. Monster Girl, however, is more than capable of taking a punch, but she can't dish one out like a Viltrumite can. The point is that every character feels true to themselves. If you want a team full of duplicates, you can do that. If you want to make your own Legion of Doom, you can do that. If it's there, you can do it. For me, I wanted to use my favorite characters from the show, but actually build a solid team. So I went with Invincible, Adam Eve, Monster Girl, Omni-Man, and Robot. Now this is considered a mid-game team, and I won't lie, I might change the roster in a couple of months, but I do love this team because they complement each other so well. You have 3 heroes from the Earth Defenders and 2 from the GDA on it. That gives the team a boost. But it's really what the characters do and how they boost each other. For example, Eve pairs well with Monster Girl, Robot, and Invincible because her shields bounce off energy damage thanks to Robot, give Monster Girl a massive burst of healing every time they pop, and those shields come out faster because of Invincible's ability. But it's not just their abilities. Monster Girl takes a ton of damage, leaving Invincible and Omni-Man free to take down other heroes. All while Adam Eve and Robot keep everybody healthy. And that is just a mid-game team. As you've probably guessed, I focused on Eve, so I can keep my team in the fight longer. But I could have focused on Omni-Man and just overwhelmed my enemies with massive damage. I could have focused on Monster Girl, making her a sponge for my enemies' attack, and other versions of this team do those things. It's all about evaluating what you think your team needs and giving them what you think that is. Then taking that team for a spin in the multiverse arena, where you go head to head with other players and get to see how your decisions hold up. This is where you're going to get the most valuable information through trial and error, through success and failure, because you'll get detailed breakdowns of which character is working and which characters aren't, so you can make adjustments with your team or how you're using them, because moving just a couple of pieces can change the whole equation. It's about thoughtfully matching up your heroes against your opponents. For example, Monster Girl goes up against their biggest hitter because she can take those hits so that my attackers can do their thing on the front line while my supports keep everyone healthy. But if they're pulling their supports to the front, I'm going to change my approach. Your main team is just the beginning. Like I said, you can fill up to 6 ops. That's before events, which could bring that total up to 9. So you're going to need a B, then a C team to get more rewards from the ops that are important, just not the most important. I personally have an A, B, and C team. Then what I call the reserves. That is every character, excluding the commons, leveled to 159, so that I can get decent rewards no matter what. I currently have enough to fill 6 teams, but every time there's a new hero, which they do once a month, they get added to the reserves and the whole organization gets stronger. That said, different players have different philosophies, but all roads lead to Rome. That said, I'd still bring a map. I'd suggest Avatar Shove, who not only helped me capture this video, but I would argue is the definitive Guarding the Globe YouTuber. So after this, check him out. Once you have your picks, you need to focus on recruiting them. And trust me, you are going to have to recruit a lot of them. How it works is you're going to need both duplicates of your hero or heroes in the same faction to use as food for the hero you actually want to focus on. This comes back to prioritizing, because recruitment is basically a slot wheel. Like I said, this game isn't perfect, but you can use that to your advantage by making sure you have enough resources for the worst possible role. Then, whatever happens, happens, and you still get what you want. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. I have spent money on this game. I don't have a specific number because I really don't want to do that to myself, but it's somewhere between $200 and $300, so less than $1 a day. But you do not have to spend money to enjoy this game, as there are rewards that you get just for playing, from daily and weekly challenges to achievements when you hit a milestone. On top of that, you have Campaign, Cecil's Nightmares, Alliance, and the Multiverse League. All modes that you can get free resources from. What I do is I max out my mission rewards every day. I keep my rank in the Multiverse Arena, and whenever there's a new Cecil's Nightmare, I just blast through it. When I'm really desperate for a drop, I play through the campaign. However, with Alliance and Idol rewards, I wait, as they cap out at 12 hours and a week. So if I wait, I get more. If you want to get to the top right away, you can, and drop hundreds of dollars. But I think you're robbing yourself of the true joy of this game. It's the delayed gratification. It's looking at the heroes you raised with pride because you took the time to level them. It's that great feeling when you finally get the resources to rank your hero up to that next tier of power. So I think twice before taking a shortcut, because while you may get there faster, you're robbing yourself of the journey. Now, if this sounds like a grind, it's because it is. But the thing to remember is this is a marathon, not a sprint. Guarding the Globe is not a game you put 4 hours into daily. At most, you should play for an hour a day, sporadically refreshing your GTA ops and checking the shops. This is a game for your coffee break. This is a nice little distraction in a busy, crazy world. If you have hours and hours of free time, this might not be the game for you. But if you're like me and have so much stuff all the time, this game just lets you microdose your favorite hobby, gives you a nice little hit of dopamine before you can get back to your day. I used to look down on games like this. I used to think of mobile games as something just for casuals. But playing this game over the past year has taught me that a game's a game and a gamer's a gamer. So play what you want to play, when you want to play it, and don't ever, ever put down the controller. Even if that controller is a phone. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think about Invincible Season 3? Let me know in the comments. And if you ship Adam Eve and Invincible like I do, like and sub. I'll see you guys with another video on the 1st.